Beautiful day, Bravehearts. I'm Dr. Sage Wolf, and I am out in beautiful Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico at the DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat. Today we are doing the DoD 5-Star Healing and Training Show. So what does it mean when, and I'm on today with one of my beautiful master practitioners, Tora Klein, and she is going to be explaining what she does because she does the personalized treatment and trainings as well, and she has the energy medicine devices for you to come for Power Pack healing as well out in Australia. And this is what we want. We want practitioners, we want master practitioners, we want people around the world to know that you can carry these devices, you can become your own practitioner, you can become an advanced practitioner from what you already are to learn a new tool to just help become healthier, not just for yourself, but for the world around you, because we are becoming a stagnation nation. So what do we do at the DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat? When you come to Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico, you're coming to not just a training, not just a treatment, not just a healing. You're coming for a change of lifestyle, which is going to change your life. And we want to hold ourselves to that aspect of we're going to outshine what you think we can do, because we want to be there for you at beck and call to a degree. And it's not meaning like anything you need, I'll bow down to you, but we're here for you to know that like you are loved, you are honored, you are respected, and you can protect yourself first and foremost if you learn the tools. And so I'm going to be teaching you, like, you can come down and you can learn Wolf Non-Surgical, which is one of the most powerful bodywork techniques ever invented. And I don't just say that because my father, Dr. Daryl Wolf, has invented it. I don't just say that because this is the company I work for. I say it because it's the results that I've seen. I've gone out, I've seen many different types of bodywork, and I'm not bashing any. Chiropractic is great, massage therapy is great, acupuncture, shiatsu, Reiki, Ralphing, it all has its place. But we don't realize that it's a scar tissue issue causing the issues in the first place. It's wrapping up your intestines, it's choking off organs, it's causing restriction, it's taking displaced calcium from your bones because you're too acidic anyways, it's buffering it down in inflammation areas that's needed, and then you're getting the achy joints, the restriction, the lack of mobility, the inflexibility. And so this is all just a scar tissue issue. It's crystallization, calcification, and scar tissue. And you hear this when you do go to the doctor sometimes. Some doctors will talk about it. They'll say, oh, you have a fibroid. What is a fibroid? You've literally just created a mass of scar tissue within the abdomen, pelvis, or breast area. But if I found that in your low back or your neck, I would call it a mass of scar tissue, or you have a knot of some sort. So it's all the same. It's issues in our tissues. So you can come out and get trained or get treated or both at the DACA Detox DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat. But also, if you're wanting just amazing types of energy medicine, and I would say it's some of the most powerful energy medicine in the world. The Cell Sonic goes in with 25,000 volts into each individual cell as a love harmonic, changing the structure, putting microfractures into the calcification, and getting the cells to function properly. Then you have the cardio bed. You have any kind of issues from cardiomyopathy, heart palpitations, varicose veins, cold limbs, any of the above, because it's a lack of circulation issue, or it's a scar tissue issue because it's the beaver dams building up along the way. And so we get you on the cardio bed, we help those arteries regrow themselves, we get that proper blood circulatory system going and your lymphatic system going properly. You're not going to have the issues in your tissues, you're not going to have the fatigue, you're not going to have the glaucoma, the cataracts, the endometriosis, the fibromyalgia. It's all just issues in our tissues. So we have to realize that it goes beyond just the surface level. Where did these issues start with? Because sometimes you'll come out and we'll want to do a little bit of the emotional work, because why were we poisoning ourselves that way for so long? Why was I mistreating myself like that for so long? And we don't realize it because it's such a slow progression. It's not like, oh, I woke up one morning and I couldn't lift my arm above my head. And when that does happen, normally you take massive personal action because, oh my gosh, this is such a surprise. But as we age, as we get debilitated, it's such a slow progression that like, oh, a year later I can't lift it this much more, this much more, this much more. And then eventually you're not able to lift the arm, or you're like, wow, I really can't turn my neck anymore. And so it's a slow progression, but you don't realize that how old you feel is not how old you need to actually be, because that is not the true age you're living at. And so there's a missing link in everybody's physiology of some sort. I have one, Dora has one. You can have the perfect day diet, you could have the perfect mentality, you could have the perfect like physicality, so I'm going out, I'm getting my exercise, I'm doing the right things. But are you combining it all also like in a parasympathetic state where it's through love and light? And are you doing that out of grace? So that is what we do. We teach, we train at the DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat, and so does Tora, but we're teaching it out in Mexico. This is where we are. And then Tora is in Australia, and we do 5-Star World Healing and Treatment and Training out there. And these are some photos of Tora's place, but where are you located, Tora? And how do people get a hold of you?
Yeah, I'm located in the Coffs Harbour area, so just down from Coffs Harbour at a beautiful place called Valor Beach. I have a gorgeous practice there, and yeah, look, it's an absolute blessing to do this work, and we're really, really close to the beach, so you get sort of the sea breeze. Been a little bit challenging, but yeah, definitely at the beach retreat. And as you said, I have all the incredible energy medicines there. So the Cellsonic, our cardio med bed. I also have the Biotron, the Avison. I actually have a sound therapy bed as well, and I have actually a crystal light bed as well, where my clients can lie on, and it's beautifully and warm. And when we do the Wolf Non-Surgical, it's an amethyst mat, which is just absolutely amazing. And, you know, so interesting, you know, what I really find with this work is just, you know, our clients come to us, and often they've been on this healing journey for a really long time, and they've sort of, you know, shopped around and tried lots of different things, and really come to a place where they don't even believe in their body's healing ability anymore. And you know, when you come and come to a healing retreat with myself or Dr. Sage, what we really do is we take you, and we take all of you, you know, the bits that are whole, the bits that are broken, the bits that are in pain, and we lovingly hold space for you. And often in our life, that has never really happened. So in a very safe environment, we sort of unravel and we look at the core of, you know, where are you at? Where are you stuck? And where would you like to be taken? Like, what does healing look like? What does living freely and alive and full of vitality and, you know, really your full potential and your authentic self, what does that look like? But then getting really clear and getting real on what that healing journey is. And what we really provide you is with a roadmap to get you there. And I think, you know, once we can see fully of what actually the realistic picture and what is the work to be done, and to do that not in a way out of sort of that it's another hard thing where you're flogging yourself, or where you're sort of, taking things away, and this old way of suffering, which really has got you to this place. But what we teach you to lovingly connect with those parts that are in pain, that need healing, that have been locked down by calcification, by scar tissue, by, you know, blocked your mobility. And we bring light and love into those areas with our emotional work, with our incredible energy medicine, and also with the Wolf Non-Surgical. And then we have the most amazing nutraceuticals that we also work with. And when you retreat with me, it's from the minute you rise to when you close your eyes. I really hold you in this space. In the morning, you know, have some beautiful black diamond, and then you have some daily cleansing tea. You have the beautiful blended drinks with the black gold. And then, you know, I teach you, and you can either help me prepare the meals, or if you would like more of a rejuvenation, then those meals are all created for you, really following the perfect day. And over a series of days, it's this beautiful immersion in high vibrational nutrition, nutraceuticals, and a stress-free environment to really be able to reset your nervous system to allow deep healing to happen. And, you know, in the environment that the disease or the pain or the stage 4 inflammation was created, it's really actually hard to heal in that environment, because our protectors, you know, the old patterns, the shadows, the things, the trauma from the past really disallow us to connect with the softness, with a different vibration. And we know that, you know, when the body is alive and vital and healthy and thriving, there's a lot of life force and vibration. And when the body is locked down and there's calcification and pain and a lot of sort of negativity and darkness, the cells vibrate very, very low. And so it is, you know, a circulation, a vibration. It's an emotional issue, but it's really learning to trust yourself, to learn to love yourself back to health and to vitality. And, you know, we just do that in a very realistic, every journey is different. Every client has a different need and an outlook, but it is a journey. And we just really teach you that it is possible to thrive and to be alive. It is our birthright, and we are not here on earth to suffer.
And that's just it. It is more than skin deep, guys. You have to, before you ever come out to a training, if it's to one of our actual courses and you want to come get certified, or you want to come to the DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat, or you want to go to Torah's retreat, you want to go to any of these places, you need to take some time for yourself first and see what true health and healing actually looks like, smells like, tastes like for you. Where do I want to go? What are my goals? I need to have that set up. You better ask all the questions you possibly can. I want to be able to do this. I want to do this. I need to, I want to get my body to that level. I want to lose this much weight. I want to gain this much weight. I want to make this much muscle. These are questions you need to be questioning us before you come out here as well, because we want to cater this experience to you personally, that you are growing in that exact direction. And that's why we have, there's no limit to what you could ask for from us, for how we can help your needs to get you healthier, get you more vital, get you more energized. But we try to overlay as many different trainings as you possibly can, so you can pick the one that is catered to you. So like we have our 7 days couples treatment and training. That is mainly for couples who just want to come out, not get fully certified. I just want to learn how to go into my partner's bad areas, that she has some ailments, I have some ailments. They're nothing major, but I want to learn how to open up our bodies and stay vital, so as we grow old together, we don't have to feel old. And so that's roughly 7 days. And then the Wolf Non-Surgical training, that is just strictly Wolf Non-Surgical, but you're not coming for a certification. So if you have some specific ailments, again, I am just going to be teaching you. Normally, that the Wolf Non-Surgical training is normally the one person is coming solo, so we'll have an extra body in the room for you to learn to work on. So that's roughly 7 days as well. But then the Wolf Non-Surgical certification, you have a practice or you want to be certified because you like getting certifications under your belt. I know, like, I'm somebody who loves going and taking other classes, learning new things, getting other certifications. It's not important. The certification is not the important part, but it's nice. It's like, cool, I have done this, 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 and this. You're kind of like the Jack or Jill of all trades. So the Wolf Non-Surgical certification is for people who want to get certified, or who have a practice of their own, or who want to open up a practice, or who are already working at somebody's practice and wants to bring in the Wolf Non-Surgical. This is a certification I would recommend. That is 12 days. The Athletic Wolf Non-Surgical certification, so that is going to deal mostly with like learning how to open up like muscles after a small injury and then focusing on joint restoration, but it's not like breaking down like calcification. We're not focusing on like completely restructuring a joint from surgery. I just want to make sure that their joints, their ligaments and tendons don't have a lot of scar tissue around it, so things move freely and they don't have that restriction while they're doing whatever sport they do. And in general, there is no athlete out there that is not causing some form of scar tissue in their body. Power lifters, soccer players, you get injuries. That's what our body has to do. It's our body, like scar tissue is our body's way of healing itself. How do you think you heal a broken bone? How do you think you heal a muscle tear? Your body knows how to heal. But then it's like, oh, it didn't heal well. It's not that it didn't heal well. Maybe you weren't in a parasympathetic state. Maybe you were eating really crappy. Maybe you weren't hydrating well. Maybe you weren't catering to the ailment as it was healing. There's a plethora of things that can cause that area not to heal well, which then it becomes a scar tissue issue. And the older we get, the slowing our healing ability, because we're getting closer and closer to our next journey. So then that is the Athletic Wolf Non-Surgical certification. And then we have the 5 to 7 days pain-free pelvic restoration. So that's mostly focusing on just like diet, pelvic issues, the pelvic program, and then going in with the Wolf Non-Surgical and opening up like the abdomen, pelvis, low back, and hip area. And then we have the pain-free pelvic restoration and Wolf non-surgical. That is kind of like similar as well. And then the 7 days pain-free pregnancy, that is for people who are pregnant or looking to get pregnant or can't get pregnant, because that is also issues in the tissues. It's too putrefied of an area for that beautiful light being to want to come in to actually grow. So if we're not going to really clean up the environment, make it nice and healthy and vital, and put you into a parasympathetic, I wouldn't want to come experience that. So we teach you how to do the pain-free pregnancy, and as you're pregnant, how to do certain protocols so your pregnancy isn't so painful, you're not getting the cramps, the morning sickness, the incontinence. All of that is going to be kind of overlaid when we go through the pain-free pregnancy. And then that's the personalized healing relaxation getaway. That's just kind of coming if you wanted to come out and get away and just do some energy medicine, maybe a treatment here and there. And then you have the advanced water fasting or juice fasting retreat and rejuvenation. So if you're wanting to come out and you're not ready, like, because sometimes the body is a little too toxic to go in with an excess amount of Wolf non-surgical, an excess amount of energy medicine. You're too overloaded in toxicity. Some people can just take one product, and it's not that they're getting detox symptoms. It's just their body has never even eliminated properly, so they're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting diarrhea. And it's like, yeah, you would have got that if you ate Taco Bell as well, but this is actually natural herbs, and instead of something saying, oh, it's too much poison, get it out of me, these are natural herbs coaxing the gut, saying, oh, let's try to adhese some of this clay off. Like the daily cleansing tea, some people say they get abdominal pain from taking it. They're only getting abdominal pain is because they have old waste stuck to the peritoneal lining, and the daily cleansing tea is just milk thistle, blessed thistle, permission leaves, malva leaves, and marshmallow leaves. And then we have lasers that shoot through crystals that carry 2200 frequencies into it, so it's just a very high vibrational herbs at this point. So there's no laxatives or stimulants in it. So why is your gut aching? And because you've been so dormant for so long. And most men are in this situation because, like, as you kind of hit the 35, 40, 45, 50, you start really getting backed up. And it's not like, oh, I had 2 bowel movements today. Yeah, but what got left behind? And then it's like, oh, I used to get stomach pain. I haven't had any stomach pain for years. Your body was saying, like, telling you to wake up way back when, but now it's like, I can't just live in pain anymore, so I'm going to shut these pain receptors down a little bit. And that's actually when you're in the most danger, because you don't know when things are going wrong because you're numbed out. So pain is your friend. It is your friend to the end. You have to respect it and listen to it. When you are feeling pain, you have to address it. And if you're not sure why that pain is there or where it's coming from, you should give us a call, because that's what we're here for. We're here for you. So some of the amenities that you get when you come out to the DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat, yeah, we'll pick you up and always drop you off from the airport. You have electric bicycles to kind of tour around, and there's tons of biking trails all around Ziwa. You could go from Ixtapa to Ziwa. Like, there's over like 30 miles of it. So there's structured swimming pool and showers, and it's also like a saltwater structured pool. There's ping pong tables, full kitchen, blender, juicer, coffee makers. We have a cleaning lady, a house cleaner come by weekly, washer and dryer, of course, internet, TV, Bluetooth speakers, therapeutic amenities. These are the important ones for you guys though. So you're gonna have like the Avicin for the microcirculation therapy, the Bioptron full spectrum light, Sentient Element is PEMF, and then we have a PE, and that's going to go through a Tesla coil. So if you have a specific ailment you are struggling with, we would put the right frequency into that to be amped through the Tesla coil. The vitamin D lights, and then we have our red light healing therapies. There's one you can sit on, or our box that you can bring around different parts of the body, the vibration plate, and of course the Cell Sonic and the Cardio Med Bed. Everything is going to be kind of catered to you as we were saying, you're like, we want you to have an experience of a lifetime. Healing also does not need to be a struggle. Some people come out, and as Tora was saying earlier, yes, changing your diet can be hard. Yes, cutting out old things that you loved can be hard. but it doesn't need to be like a miserable experience. Your smoothies can taste delicious. Your salads can taste delicious. Your juices can taste delicious. So we create a perfect day meal plan that works for you, but that's gonna help the most detoxify you. From the moment you rise until you gently close your eyes, you can have fresh juices and healthy meals prepared daily. Most of the seafood and everything is caught daily here because like we live on the ocean. This is a fishing town. All meats are fresh and organic, juicing, blender drinks organic, made fresh daily, coconut filtered structured water on tap. We have tests and available treatments designed for your perfect day, nutritional and emotional consultations, nutritional and emotional training, Wolf non-surgical treatment and trainings, pelvic restoration treatments, pelvic restoration trainings, the thermography testing and the heavy metal testing. We have a bone density tester, Cellsonic, cardio med bed, the therapeutic relaxation massages, and you can have a personal driver as well if you need it. And so it is really good if you're coming out here and you don't know where your body's at. Some people come out and they have no idea. They're like, I'm just interested to be here. I want some new health and healing. I just want to amp up my vitality. I would always recommend getting a thermography and a heavy metals test to kind of see where your heavy metals are. And then do a thermography testing and we do temperature regulated thermography. There is photo regulated thermography out there, but it's not as thorough because before and after the stress test during the temperature regulated, it'll kind of give us a better reading after the 140 points we go over. And it'll show us where things are kind of an alarm in your body, even if you don't notice it, because we kind of put you in and it's a very small stress test. It's just like a temperature change for you guys. And then we do this thermography reading and it'll tell us what kind of ailments we're dealing with, what organs, what joints is kind of not functioning properly, and kind of an alarm system that you're not noticing, so then we can kind of map it out a little bit better. So here are just some photos of the DoD 5-Star Healing and Training Retreat, and this is some of the bike pathways that you can kind of go experience. Your questions matter, and this is for everybody. You guys need to know that, like, even if you're not wanting to come out, you have health questions, you're concerned about your health, and you just want to learn a little bit more, please give us a call at any time. You can call Dr. Daryl Wolf on direct or on WhatsApp at 1-469-861-8884 or toll free at 1-855-900-4544 extension 5. All other questions and inquiries can be that 1-855-900-4544, but extension 0. I definitely recommend, if you're not sure where your health's at, I'm not really wanting to get trained, I'm not wanting to change too much, but I'm interested in learning a bit, either go to the DoDetoxLibrary.com or check out pdgfree.com and download the Perfect Day Guide and start to go through that. You're gonna learn so much information about health and wellness that it will change your life. Yeah, so we have some certifications coming up. Like as I was saying, you guys can come out to get trained, get treated at our clinic. You can go get treated and trained at Tora's clinic. Or if you're actually wanting to come for the certifications that we host all around the world and you don't want to do it on a one-on-one session, or you as a couples training, or you in just coming out for your clinic, along that basis, you want to come out and you want to be in a classroom setting. And it's not like a classroom setting where you're sitting in a chair. It's a family friendly, it's awesome. We try to make it like a truly Braveheart Nation, but it's more, there's a lot of students in the class, so you're gonna learn from others, they're gonna learn from you. But so we do the whole life coach, the Wolf non-surgical certification, and the pelvic restoration disease and prevention for women. The next one is going to be in Stuart, Florida. The neuro practitioner starts on June 5th. That'll be the whole life coach first, then it'll feed into the Wolf non-surgical, which I train, and then into the pelvic restoration with Lorraine. From then on, we head over to Australia to see Tora, and we're gonna be in Coffs Harbour. We're gonna be lecturing all around Australia from Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney, but the course is going to be held in Coffs Harbour, and that'll be starting with the neuro practitioner. So that starts with the whole life coach, then feeds into my course after 9 days. My course is 12 days, and then goes into the 3-day pelvic restoration course. But the neuro practitioner's training starts on August 7th. And then we are coming back here and finishing off the year in Ixtapa, Mexico, and that is going to be on October 17th. And once again, if you guys can't come out here, these times don't work for you to come out to Australia, to come out to Florida, to come out to Ixtapa to get trained, or you can't get your family down here, you have somebody you're caring for, and you want to get trained in the comfortability of your own home, your clinic, your practice, wherever. I myself, I will come to you worldwide. It does not matter where you are. I will train you in the comfortability of wherever you're at with the Perfect Day Guide. I'll train you in Wolf Non-Surgical and how to truly just take your power back. And I'm not saying this as like, you need this or it's not good. Like, I think everybody needs this. And it's not just because it's what I teach. I teach it because I truly love it. I teach it because I see people change. I see myself change. I've changed so much in the past 9 years working for this company. I've lived with the guy who invented this stuff. But I've only started implementing it into my life until I would probably say the past like 5-7 years, like really hardcore. I take a lot of the nutraceuticals. I do all of our therapies. I do all of our protocols. And it's not like I'm over obsessive about it, but I love being vital. I love never getting sick. And if I do get a little flu, I do get a little bug, I'll get the sniffles, a little cough for like a day or two, and it's gone. I'll have friends every year go get the flu shot every year. They're still sick for 2 to 3 weeks during the winter. Why the hell is this? Why don't we trust in ourselves? And one day, I will go over my health history, what I've had put into my body, what I put into my body on a daily basis, what my parents put into my body when I was a child, and you're going to be very surprised. It is slim to none. And so I put in a lot of different health supplements, but that is for another time. We'll kind of go into Dr. Sage Wolf's health history. And so we can all take our power back. There is nobody somebody who gets major migraines, to light headaches, to eczema, to psoriasis, to stage 4 inflammation, to fibromyalgia, to endometriosis. It doesn't matter. It's issues in your tissues. You can take your power back. We got to look back to nature. We got to look back into more of an alkaline diet, and I truly mean an alkaline diet. And then we got to get hydrated properly with the proper hydration. We got to be getting back into nature, getting out, using the body that God gave you. It is amazing. How dare you allow it to be stagnant more than 2-3 hours a day? Truly, how dare us? We were given such a beautiful vessel to use, not abuse. And I'm not saying go out there and use it till it's abused. And I'm not saying don't use it because then that's abusing it. So it can work both ways. Too much is not good. Not enough is not good. You have to find what your perfect day looks like for you. And that's what we try to teach you as master practitioners. So who are these certifications for? Become a New World practitioner, medical to natural, natural therapist, raising the bar, patient to practitioner. There is nobody who can't do this. I've trained as young as 11 years old, and I've trained as old as 82 years old. There's no limit. We work for you guys. You work for us. We work together because this is Braveheart Nation. And so Dr. Wolf is coming back to Calgary, everybody. He is going to be in Calgary on May 19th. He is going to be lecturing from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. So it's a full day with the doc. You can contact Lorraine Clifford to get a hold. Space is limited. You can call her at 403-605-9216. That is before he is heading off to teach the New World Practitioner training in Stuart, Florida. That'll be the Stuart, Florida lectures coming up, everyone. So if you want to take a check on that. How to heal yourself and your family. That'll be live Q&A with Dr. Daryl Wolf, May 29th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. A day with the doc. That'll be on June the 2nd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Reverse the Irreversible. That is with me. That is on June the 12th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So if you're in Stuart, Florida, or if you're in the Florida area, and you want to experience Wolf Non-Surgical, you want to learn about Wolf Non-Surgical, you want to just kind of hear about what we have to do, put me on the spot, question me, do whatever you got to do, let's do that. Meet me there. Pelvic Restoration is going to be, that lecture is going to be with Lorraine on June 25th, and that'll be from 6 to 9 p.m. Once again, guys, I really recommend everybody going to the pdgfree.com. Every week, me and Tora come on here. We are here to answer any questions you have. I don't see any questions here today, but I would like that for the future. And please ask the questions. You can, anytime you're seeing this, if it's tomorrow or the next day, write your questions down. These questions get put back for our next time we're on here. And so then we can answer any questions you have, because sometimes it's scary. Change is scary, and I get it. But the thing is, why give up? Or like, how should I phrase this instead? Like, if you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. That's the main thing that I would say. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. If I'm tired of starting, I gotta do a new diet, I gotta do a new detox, it's summertime, I gotta lose that 12 pounds I gained over the winter. Why are we holding ourselves always to like, I'm gonna do good, and then I can do whatever? We kind of put ourselves on this perpetual hamster wheel where we're not allowed to be the best version of ourselves every day. And that's not fair. I think that's ridiculous. I think I'm allowed to have a moment where I fall off or a moment where I be bad. But why don't I hold that loving line where my family, my friends, nobody's going to manipulate my mindset anymore and take me off my driven path of love, light, honor, respect for myself? And that's just what we're trying to teach here at the DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat. And once again, Tora, we are coming out to you, though, in about a month and a half. But how do people get in touch with you if they're already in Australia, they want to kind of chat with you, they want to come out for a Wolf Non-Surgical, or they want an energy medicine session? How do we get a hold of you again?
Yeah, the best way to get a hold of me is by my cell phone, which is, the number is 041 399 3493. You can call or you can text me, or you can email me at tora@tklifestylesolutions.com. And I have only a couple of spaces left actually until we do the training. So if you would love to come and experience this incredible healing journey with all the energy medicine, then please take massive personal action and just really immerse yourself in this beautiful experience. And it's like the really the journey and the experience of a lifetime. And, you know, it's sort of the opposite to the sort of, you know, holidays we go on to escape our life. It's actually a holiday to actually find yourself and get to know yourself.
Exactly it. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Tora. It's always a pleasure. For the ones who were watching, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Be brave, brave hearts. We will see you soon in the next one. Much love, everybody.
Welcome back, Bravehearts. This video is dedicated to the true caretakers of this planet, all the Braveheart women. It is entitled, I Am Woman. Let me just say this. I know that I am not a woman, but I want to tell you what I think about women. You are beautiful. You are smart, funny, kind, and you are unique. There will never be another like you. You are love and affection. You are never too much, but always enough. You are more precious than any diamond. You are the most amazing of all God's creations. You are worth more than you could ever imagine. Your value is more precious than all the earthly things. You are powerful. You are strong. You are more than capable of doing anything and being everything. So now, you must rise to take your place by taking back your feminine power. To do this, you must take massive action in finding true inner peace and totally accepting who you are, from the inside out and from the outside in. This is the most priceless gift that you can give to yourself. Feminine power is creation, courage, confidence, spirit, strength, sustenance, energy, and enthusiasm, and empathy. There is an old Eastern saying that when women are respected, gods make their home. Unless feminine respect is restored on this earthly plane, Earth will no longer be our home. Feminine energy must rise above masculine energy for balance to be restored on all levels. Women are not respected. Their power has been stripped from them, along with their health, from a healthcare system that does not care for women. For women to rise up, they must speak up. They must no longer shut up or be shut down. If we intend the world to wake up, to grow up, women must lead the way and return us to nature's way and universal law, leaving man-made rules behind. For 25,000 years, women embraced their feminine power, but 5,000 years ago, women's power began to be stripped away by male-dominated religious beliefs, and this brings me to today. To add fuel to the fire, men have lost their place a long time ago when they were no longer needed to protect their home against invaders or bring food home for the hunt. Look at the condition that the majority of families are in because men do not guard the home against corporations and systems that are tearing the family fabric apart on a physical, emotional, and spirit level. To this day, women are still not being respected and are being dominated by the male ego on an emotional and physical level, as you will soon see when we discuss the health care of women. Over this 5,000-year period, violence increased against women as their power was systematically taken from them, which to this day has not been restored. The male ego declared war 5,000 years ago on the power of the feminine, and it continues to this day, as we can see in politics, religion, and other man-made systems in society, such as the medical system. During this male-dominated period, myths were created and told in ways that emphasized the use of violence against women, which led to their loss of power personally and socially. The tipping point to discrediting women was the witch burnings. These women were not witches. They were the pillars of healing and nurturing for their communities. These female healers, with their spirited nature, strong connection to community, and protection of the common folk, became too popular, getting in the way of the great religious transformation. I prefer to call it the great hijacking of the spirit, of the female spirit. This so-called great transformation was nothing more than a power play of manipulation and degradation of the female population to make more room for the male ego. An example of this is, it wasn't until July 2nd of 1928 that women could even vote. And it wasn't until 1975 that a woman could open up a bank account in her own name, and a single woman still could not at this time. These man-made suppressive rules created a great cultural shift that the world has not yet recovered from. This is what happens when you break trust. And understand something, the only currency today that I believe in is trust, and trust needs to be earned. Understand something, this period in time broke the bond between the masculine and the feminine, and this bond is still broken today. This period caused the feminine and masculine energy to no longer be intertwined and harmonious with each other. Trust was broken. Manhood now stood for strength, power, and virility. Femininity was now redefined as beautiful, compliant, and sexually pursued. Our culture has taught us that if you want to be powerful, you must think like a man. Women must speak up. They must no longer shut up if we intend the world to grow up and heal from this imbalance. Women must turn their back on man-made rules and return to nature's law if we wish to have a healthy, balanced future. Women are the canary in the coal mine. As our external environment becomes more chaotic and toxic, more symptoms will arise within women, which the medical system conveniently labels as diseases. And seeing that the medical system is the delivery system for big pharma, every new ill gets a new pill until surgery becomes the cure. Profit before humanity will drive us to extinction. 5,000 years of this mentality has put a heavy toll emotionally and physically on humanity, as we see in all systems and sectors in what the majority blindly call civilization. There is nothing civilized about this society today. Absolutely. Almost nothing. This contamination of profit before people is found in all systems, but it is most prevalent in the medical system. This is evident when we look at how female medical health professionals and their female patients are not treated with respect, but rather mistreated, disrespected. Even to this day, female physicians continue to face a myriad of challenges in medicine from this manhandling indoctrination, ranging from implicit bias to gaps in payment and promotion to sexual harassment. So it's not surprising, though it's still appalling, that this continues today, even though equal numbers of men and women now graduate from medical school. Only a small fraction of female physicians become medical leaders. Currently, in the United States, only 3% of healthcare CEOs are women. 6% are department chairs. 9% are division chiefs. And 3% are serving as chief medical officers. Unless we come from a truthful and factual foundation of how the female body really works and what it really needs to be vibrantly healthy, this piggy bank mentality we call healthcare will become our greatest health crisis today, if it isn't already. Listen, the fact is, the medical system is the leading cause of death in North America. How can we support such a system and then blindly call it healthcare? It's sick care. Before we talk about all the unnecessary complications and surgeries that we set women up for to keep big pharma and the medical industry thriving, let's discuss what disease really is on a physical and emotional level. Let's first discuss health on the emotional level, because that's where everything starts and ends. What if we made women feel like they could never be enough, do enough, or be smart enough to look after themselves or their families? Oh, wait a minute. I think we have, haven't we? They have been made to feel responsible for the health and the well-being of all those in their family, and then suffer for anyone and everyone when they're sick, because that's the program. Most women, no matter how hard they try, do not understand what real health looks like, feels like, or tastes like. But this is not any fault of their own, because we have all been given a health manual of deception sprinkled with threads of truth to navigate our family's daily health. But women certainly know what guilt looks like and feels like. For no matter how they pour their hearts into their families, good health always seems to be just out of their reach. Whatever happened to self-healing? Whatever happened to self-love? What if women were given a health manual based on BS to look after their body? Yeah, BS, otherwise dysfunctional belief systems. Big Pharma has made it their business to manipulate the female body for big profit since the 1900s. Why don't you read Medical Mafia in the Doc of Detox library and then tell me I'm wrong? Look, if we look at the majority of women, the diseases they have, and the surgeries they get, then you quickly grow to realize they have not just been manipulated, but sold off by the pound. So, this health manual that almost every woman uses for their health and their family's health is contaminated with dysfunctional BS, and everything it touches becomes compromised and corrupted. Understand, you are the light that the world is searching for. You are the light for humankind. 3, 2, 1. Unleash your feminine power.